All right, everybody, you asked for it, so here you go. I'm out here with my friend Buford. I'm gonna help him build an entire house. We are just starting out. It's our second day on the job, for me anyway. He's got the footers poured, and then yesterday we put the first courses of the forms up. We're doing ICF, insulated concrete forms, for the walls, so it'll last forever, hurricane proof and all that good stuff. The weather forecast is saying it's about 215 degrees today, so we got the sunscreen on a stick set up. The next step for me is walking around the entire wall with the transit and seeing how much we have to lift the wall so that it is all completely flat, and then I'll cut little pieces of wood, stick it underneath to temporarily lift it up before we foam it. This is a purpose-made foam designed for this, and it locks it onto the concrete really well. Next up is going to be cutting up the window and door bucks. This is also a purpose-built material that's designed to go into ICF houses, and it locks in the wood to the concrete permanently. That way when the windows go in, you actually have stuff to attach to. At this point, we've gotten all of the window and door bucks in. These are 1.5 inch thick, basically OSB or plywood, or plyboard as they call it out here in the sticks. You might notice some of them have a metal edge and some of them do not. We were kind of going back and forth about whether to use this. It's really nice when they slide in place and then hold themselves in place. When you pour the concrete in, it doesn't just push out, versus this, there's a gap. Before we had the metal, we just put a piece of plywood on the side, lock it all in place, lock it to the styrofoam webbing. It's sort of 6 one, half dozen the other, because one, you got to cut all the plywood, and the other, you have to mess with this metal. And then putting these in place with the metal is a pain in the butt, because you have to go down from the top. You have to set it in place. So we're kind of going back and forth about whether or not the metal's a good idea or not, you know, for the next one, for the next house. Don't know. Today I'm starting in on the 4th course. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. We have the 4th course in on the back wall because we had to put the smaller windows in for the kitchen and the bathroom, master bathroom. So I'm just gonna keep continuing around, get that 4th course in. I'm out here by myself right now. Buford hasn't gotten here quite yet. So it's a wonderful sunny, cool morning. It's about, I don't know, 65 right now. It's not bad at all. It's gonna be really hot today though, so trying to get early, get it done. So I get some questions occasionally about how these actually stay together while the concrete and all the stuff's getting poured in. So this particular brand, on the bottoms, have these little locks. It's a metal reinforced plastic locky thing that when you put them together and the webs line up correctly, take a rubber mallet and smack it. Now they're locked together. And then there's these metal clips that go in between the two pieces on the top and lock those two webs together sideways. And it's ridiculous how well this holds together. There's other brands that we actually use zip ties and zip tie everything together on the inside. It's a pain in the butt. This brand is awesome, and this is all it takes. So literally I could build this entire wall, except for the window bucks. I could build the entire wall with a hammer, a saw, and a tape measure. Literally, that's it. Except for the rebar. Yeah, so that's not actually it. I gotta put rebar in it too. Yeah, it done got hot. Sun came out. I had to get my mechanical sunscreen on, since I don't wear like real sunscreen. It's bad for you. Anyway, next up is getting the uprights put up. They get screwed into every single block and supported with these kickouts, and then get ready for the scaffolding, because at this point it's too high to be able to reach inside of it. I can whack it with a hammer to put it in place, but I have to put the rebar in it. We have 3 long metal walk boards that we use, and all the rest of it we have to just fill in with wood. I'd love to get more walk boards, but those are about $3,000 each, so yeah, we just use dead trees. Works as good. Now that all the walk boards are up and secure, we got to go ahead and start in on the next row 5. Buford's down there cutting rebar. He's gonna hand it up. I'll put it in place. And I'm also putting in the clips between the two pieces. And we just do line by line all the way around, go up row after row after row until it's a house.
Getting tight.
So that's all of number 4 done. Rebar's in place, strapped down, all the things. So before we head out for the day, we're gonna see if we can get number 5 put in, at least most of the way. I'm gonna set this up on a time lapse in the corner.
That's fine.
We're working on row 6 now, getting up to the tops of the window bucks. And this one's a bit of a pain because we have this little 2-inch piece across the top. Gotta be really careful not to break the forms. So once they get in, we'll lock the next row on top and everything will be fine. But this one section always takes a lot longer because of all the extra work with cutting. So after this we have a half row, and then that's it. Okay.
You got it?
Yeah. Flip it. This off. Yesterday we were able to get the row just above all the window and door bucks done. It was very tedious, took all day. Today is the 4th of July. I'm here by myself. I decided to come in today. Buford took the day off because he's got more sense than I do. At any rate, I'm going to see if I can get the very last row on. I'm going to be cutting every single one of them exactly in half, and then putting half a row up. So it's not as much styrofoam, but it's a lot more work because I have to cut every one. I'm going to try to get that last row and all the rebar put in, locked down, and maybe go try to hang out with the family, watch some explosions in the sky, celebrate America. I don't know. I'm going to see if I have time. Well, that was sudden. Hopefully it's a passing shower, but now it means everything's all muddy. Grr. That's alright, we needed the rain really bad, so it's okay. The rain was nice enough to stop, but it left like 200% humidity. Ugh. I just put my shirt back on because you don't want to see all that. Anyway, I got all of the rebar in all the way around. The tops are done. I got all of the clippy things. I don't know, I can't words right now. All the way around, all done. I got everything attached to the uprights. The last thing I'm going to do today is put in these little ladders around the top all the way around and get those locked in. That's the last step as far as the superstructure inside the walls. It's going pretty good. It's I don't know o'clock. I lost my watch. Here we go. And all of these are going to get concreted in as the very last layer when we actually fill the wall. One other thing we need to do is put wood here, anchor it to this and then into the web so that the window bucks are attached here. Some of them we used metal on. That was a new thing. We're not really sure if we like it yet. But that's it for this video. Okay, bye.